Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I'm back with another video for Rubber Stamp Tapestry. We're going to use one of their sentiment stamps recently released called Whispers from the Garden. And of course, one of their peg sets, which I absolutely love. And again, this is from their new release called Robin's Nest. Yes. So remember, they have a registry on the side of the peg so that you can know what the bottom is of the image. So when you turn it and stamp it in areas on your card, you're going to know how it's going to sit, how it's going to stamp after you do that. For some images, it doesn't matter. For others, of course, it does. So these are the ink cubes that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Dewdrops from Memento. I always seem to grab these when I work with my peg stamps. So it's going to be New Sprout, Bamboo Leaves, Sweet Plum, Angel Pink, Cantaloupe, and Lilac Posies. So I already cut two panels, one in my white and another one in a blue, and I'm using my oval nested die set. So I used the larger size on my white panel, and yes, I used the wonky stitch rectangle for my favorite things. Yay, made a comeback. And then for the darker, which is the same size, and there's a reason why I did that, I used a smaller oval. So I'm actually going to use my tape runner and tape the darker one, the purple, down directly onto my standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I do lean towards the top folding. One of the sentiment that I chose actually says, "Friends are the flowers in the garden of life." So when I cut these out, when you get the sentiment stamps, the pegs are already mounted, but they're sentiments, they're just on rubber. So you can leave them on the rubber, use Aleene's tack it over and over for your blocks. I do like to buy the foam, the cling foam, and adhere them there. I just make sure I cut on a straight line when I cut them out so that I know my image, my sentiment will be straight. And I always like to test it out too, especially if it's new and I haven't stamped with it before. So again, paper has two sides. That was the center of the oval that we cut out, so that's what I used. So here we go. Now on the white panel, we're going to set the card base and the purple aside. And now we're just going to have fun stamping. And that's the beauty of the peg stamps. They are versatile. You can make small cards. You can make large cards. You can have a small image. You can make a large image. They truly are extremely versatile with how you can create. What's even better is all of these peg stamps can be used interchangeably. So if you collect them, like I love to do, then you could just have a big bin. I always keep mine rubber band together. I take them out of the packaging and I write on the side of what set it is. But I always have the stamped image looking at me so I can pick and choose and mix all of the images together. So that's just something else that's really great. For this card, I'm not going to use the nest with the eggs. But again, that could be for another card. So again, you don't have to use all of them. You can build and choose. So it's the same flower that I used. I just used the 4 different colors stamped at random. And then for the green, I'm using 2 shades where I'm going down into the light and then I'm rocking around the edge on the dark, making sure that I stamp straight down so I don't get the halo. Sometimes with rubber stamps, we can get that halo, especially me, because I am a heavy stamper. I am trying to get better. You can tell that if you see that the table shakes as I'm stamping with these. So I'm trying to get a little better with that. I'm going to use my double-sided foam tape. Now this is wider than the usual Scotch double-sided foam tape that you see. I get mine in a pinch. If I've run out of the other, I get mine at my local hardware store, Lowe's, and you can get 9 feet of it, and it's usually 3/4 of an inch wide. So, and I can cut it in half and all of that. So, again, it's in a pinch. So now you can see I've set that up, I've propped that up, and when you turn it to the side, you get that hint of purple that's going to come through. Not only just the frame on the front, but you just, when you tilt it onto the side, you get to see that. So that's kind of why I went with a solid background back there, the full size, instead of just in that area. I pulled out my iridescent sequins and I placed some of those around the sentiment and into the design area. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do. You don't want to miss anything else that's coming out. All the products that I used will be listed down below in the video description in case you want to check them out. I'll also have the links to their shop in general and also their blog, where there's much more, or many more, inspirational projects there just to see how others utilize the peg stamps. If you have a question or a comment, make sure you leave that down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope everyone's having a great day. Enjoy your week, but always remember what's most important. Always be creative.